Meg is a big body Benz, and Tory is a Pinto. No, but I'm just saying Meg is part of the Stallion game. Where's Tory, like 4'10"? He was making her feel good.
MILF Mafia. What up, y'all? Welcome to this episode of Milfshake. It's me, your girl, Tiff. We got Goldi in the house.
Hey, y'all.
We got Queenella in the house.
Hey.
And we got Tiff in the house.
Hi.
Hey, y'all. So, ladies, let's get right into it.
Wait, who are you? Did you say?
Oh, shit. How y'all doing? My name is Tiffany. I'm also
No,
Tiff.
she did. No,
I think I did, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
I didn't catch it, but okay.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
All right. So let's get straight into it. Who's in timeout this week?
For me, dang, it's just who's in timeout?
All eyes on you.
I think I'm gonna put Kelsey in timeout. Meg's ex-best friend.
Oh, yes. Tell us about it.
Okay, so apparently, I don't know if it was her bodyguard. Allegedly.
Okay.
Allegedly. The bodyguard, I don't know if it was her bodyguard or Meg's bodyguard, finally said something about the shooting. He said Kelsey was the one who pulled that trigger.
Oh, wow.
So, but I feel like Kelsey and Tory's on timeout, because why am I going to jail if I already knew Kelsey shot her?
Okay.
Why I'm sitting in jail?
Does Tory have kids?
Yes.
Yeah, he does.
You leave your children out. I mean, I get wanting to protect women. Thank you to the men in this world who want to protect women, but not at the demise of your children.
Right. I think he has a daughter, right? He has one child.
But that's sad because again, if it's protect all women, it's protect all women. Like protect your daughter primarily. Right. You know?
Right. I totally agree.
So what was Kelsey saying this whole time?
Nothing. I think when they went to trial, she pled the fifth.
And wasn't they going back and forth online?
Who?
Megan and Kelsey, or at least Kelsey?
Yes, they were.
They were.
They
right?
were? I don't know about that. What they were saying?
Like, they were saying that she was there. I think Megan was trying to, she knows the truth. So she was like trying to make it seem like she had nothing to do with it. And then she needed to like get out of it and stop talking because she knew the truth. But why wouldn't Megan just say she did it instead of Tory? Like, they were both like okay with him taking the fault and going to jail. And now he got stabbed up.
But was it 41 times?
Oh, yeah.
Was they messing
Not
around?
making shit up. It was 14.
Wait, was it 14?
He got stabbed 41 times.
This is gonna turn into
41 is excessive.
This is gonna turn into one of those things where it's like mad clips of me saying the wrong shit over and over and over again. Dumb as fuck. Delete that, man.
Don't delete it.
I thought I was bad.
But wait, was Tory messing with Kelsey also?
Allegedly. Allegedly. So they were at
Let's
a
do it together on the
party.
count of three. 1, 2, 3.
Allegedly. They were at Kylie's party or Kylie's house. And
Because that's why Megan got upset, right?
He was flirting with Kylie. But Kelsey was getting upset. Allegedly, and then Meg was getting upset allegedly, because why the fuck are you getting upset if that's my man? I'm fucking. And Kelsey was like, well, bitch, I was fucking him too, allegedly.
Wow.
And then I don't know what happened, but that's how the altercation
He must have got some
started.
good peen.
Everybody's like, I did it right.
Look, and they make it sound like, hated that.
Because allegedly,
You don't have to have a good, but you know how to make somebody feel good during that session where you forget all about size because it's like, oh, the way he touched me, the way he...
Size doesn't matter.
it does, because Meg is a big body Benz.
But that don't
and
mean her
Tory
booty
is a
is.
Pinto. No, but I'm just saying Meg is part of the Stallion game. Where's Tory, like 4'10"?
Yeah.
He was.
Don't say
making
he's
her
that
feel
short.
extra.
Let me Google it.
What is he's very short.
I'm gonna Google it.
He
now.
was making her
tiny.
feel good.
He was, yeah.
Remember before like they first came out together, they was like somewhere at an award show and they was like laughing and they were a meme. Like if once we laugh like this, but
Okay,
like
that
her
man is
laugh-
5'3".
See,
Short. I think Beyonce's taller than him. Yeah, he's short.
Beyonce.
At least, Beyonce's really short.
No, she not.
She gotta be at least 5'7".
She got like, she like 5'8".
No.
Don't be talking about my sister.
Okay.
Beyonce's short. When she put her heels on, fine.
Nicki is short.
Yeah,
Nicki is short.
But Nicki and Beyonce are about the same height.
No, they not.
Gosh, y'all better stop playing.
This is crazy.
They lying. They say 5'6". First of all, I saw 5'8" before. 5'6". They don't know. Google don't be knowing.
Because she keeps it private.
What
to
did
reach
I
a
think?
maximum level of privacy for a motherfucker not to know how tall you are. As big of a star she is.
Y'all are crazy.
Well, how do they know everybody else's height though when you Google it?
Well, you have designers that people have to measure you to, you know.
But don't be releasing my motherfucking measurements, bitch. Because I want to get my knees done and be short as fuck. Who you got time out, Queen?
So I was gonna say timeout for Halle's baby father, DDG.
Okay.
But now I'm gonna be honest. Because I don't know the full story and the emotions he shared, like expressed online. I'm like, okay, there might be two sides of the story.
The chipped tooth and the bruised arm?
Wait, what?
Yes, Halle had a chipped tooth and a bruised arm, and that's why she put the restraining order because he was whooping her ass.
So the only thing I saw was he took a photo of her bedroom. She wasn't there.
Because why is she doing that anyway? That's weird as
Yeah, I thought that was weird. So I thought that's what the restraining order came from. A chipped tooth.
And a bruised arm. And I don't like nobody grabbing my fat ass arms because they definitely bruise easily. So I know he had to grab it.
Him out.
Had to.
I don't know what he did, but she showed that nice up close.
Yeah, but then the brother and the best friend is like, you don't know Halle.
Yes, I see.
Because she get a little crazy, and he probably was restraining her.
The sister said that, right?
So another
sister
Chris
said
Brown
that.
situation. Oh, Chris Brown is arrested too.
Yes,
He's in timeout. He's in timeout.
Why
There you
are you in
go.
timeout? Why are you putting him in timeout?
He on tour right now too.
It
No,
got
but
canceled.
what's funny is no. The tour. He's gonna be locked up until at least they said June 13th. But the tour is the 9th, the 11th, and the 13th.
Oh, that's
That got canceled.
They made
3
sure.
shows.
Why was somebody saying this because he said free Tory?
No, they say he had a fight with somebody.
No. I know they bust. He
He
bust
did
somebody in
say-
the head with
he
a
did
with
say
a
free
Don.
Tory.
A Reposado bottle is crazy because that's a thick ass bottle.
Yeah.
But I did see something about him saying online free Tory or something like that.
Because that's when the best friend came out saying that
That's
now
after
that
the
people know
bodyguard.
she's the one that did it to him. So now it's like
Yeah,
free
but she
Tory
didn't
because he's
deserve
innocent.
no bruised arm and no chipped tooth. Ain't nothing wrong with him.
Yeah.
I don't see nothing. I feel like no man should put a hand on a female, right? I have a son. If my son came to me and say, "Ma, this woman did what she did," get your sisters, right? But I mean, I say but, because but sounds like I just pretty much dismissed and negated everything in prior to that, right? What I'm saying is negated a word.
Yes.
It is. Okay, girl. Oh
my God.
That was good. My brain just be knowing things. I don't know. But anyway, you ever use a word and not sure what was going on?
Yes.
All the time.
Sorry. If my son, if I'm in the presence of it and I see it, and my son is getting, beat down by because some girls are big and they could knock men out, right? I think if someone put my son out, I probably want to get up and defend himself.
Because
because men get abused too.
Yeah.
So that's why I try to keep my opinions to myself, because I have daughters and I have a son. You're not there, you really don't know what happened. But if a woman is bruised up and beat up and a man comes out, all right, you was able to take whatever she was giving you, and she didn't deserve it.
I just wish for the kids or for the young people that they don't even allow themselves to be a part of that. Like, son, the minute you see that she has that in her, you either telling her, look, you either nip this shit or I'm gone.
Right.
I'm not about to be fighting with you, because that's a very toxic habit to break. Once you get comfortable putting your hands on somebody, that's gonna be your first resort.
Even grabbing me, like, don't grab me.
Yeah, don't.
Oh my God, don't get in my face.
Don't. Y'all can have disagreements.
Every man I've dated got like up close,
like trying to back you down.
I want to hit you so bad, but I'm gonna walk away. But my mouth is crazy too. So.
But if you hit me, I'm gonna hit your ass bad.
Yeah.
That part.
I'm gonna pick some shit up, nigga. We going at it, cause you ain't about to beat my ass.
Right.
I'm not that.
We're not promoting.
No.
We're not promoting it, but I kicked the nigga in the chest before.
Promoting self-defense, okay? Defend yourself.
I'm not about to lay back and let you beat my ass. But prayers to the women who are in those vicious cycles where they can't leave. Sometimes women find themselves in that where they just getting beat and hurt and they just can't find the strength to leave. So
I would say some women, they find the strength, they have the strength to go, but all it takes is, well, you know what, he was drunk or he was high,
making excuses for him,
and then he calls you like, babe, I promise I'm gonna get help, and then you're like, at the end of the day, it's still the person that you love. It's the other version of that individual that you're so connected and attached to. It's kind of hard to let go, and you find yourself back in that situation again. So it's toxic. But I think if everybody, me personally, if you're abusing drugs, I'm out. I'm not waiting for that to happen. I'm not.
You feel like abusing drugs is like a segue into physical abuse?
It's gonna happen because people can't control their emotions already sober.
Right. And once you throw addiction in there,
come on.
Yeah. When they can't get their fix or they ain't got no money or you got the money and they want it,
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. So that's something I can't play with at all. Can't play with it.
What if you found out your man was like smoking meth?
Whoa. How the fuck am I not gonna know?
You got some meth, yeah. I don't know what I don't know. What does it smell like?
I heard crack has a smell.
Crack does have a smell.
So I don't know though.
I don't know.
Because why do I know what it smells like?
Because she used to do it. That's crazy. But no, I do heard crack has a smell. Because like as you're young, you don't realize what's going on around you all the time, right? You might have smelled weed when you was a little kid, but not really knew. What is that smell? You know what I'm saying? But when you get older and you're more mature and you've had different experiences, you put two and two together. Oh, that's why every time she used to go in that room, I used to smell that same scent, and she used to come out acting like.
Now we know.
Oh, so
but what's the one that makes you lose your teeth and stuff? You start breaking out. Isn't that meth?
Meth.
Yeah. So you have to know eventually that they're on meth because they're gonna lose their teeth.
Ain't saying it's candy, and that's why his people's falling out. That is ridiculous. That's ridiculous. No, I'm sorry. If you graduate to a drug like that, it's a dub for me. I can handle you smoking some weed and having a drink. I'm scared of pills.
Yeah.
But I never did an E-pill.
Hard stuff.
I never did.
I wanted to.
But what's the one that make you real horny?
The E-pill.
I'm like, drugs.
That's why I wanted to try it when I was. I'm not even promoting drugs. Forgive me.
Yeah, don't do drugs.
Don't do drugs at all. But I'll be honest. When I was younger, it was like, oh my God. I remember my girlfriend popped a pill and she was like, Queen, this feels so good. She was like, I can't wait. She said, touch me, just touch me. And I was like this. She was like, oh my God. You're so sensitive. And I was like, I want some.
This one girl told me her man slipped her a pill. Oh. No. And I think he did it more than one time, and it was her man. No. And she said she was so horny, but she could not come. Yeah. And she's like, she was trying so hard, but she couldn't.
But I think when you do something like that and you experience that, you want more. So like even getting high, like, you know, I mean, if you smoke a bag, you might want something a little stronger. You're looking for something stronger. Like, at what point do you stop?
That's scary.
At what point do you stop?
I be feeling stupid as fuck high. Like, why do I want to get higher?
Yeah, I can't. I cannot.
Weed. Nothing else, okay?
And that's like hookah. Like, you know, people want to keep that buzz going.
Yeah.
It's never
You're chasing
enough.
a high with something like hookah.
It's never enough.
It's like a black and mild.
Yeah.
You're chasing that little lightheaded feeling it would give you.
I just had one this morning.
But you ate it the whole fucking time. So, guys, MILF Mafia, gentle parenting. How y'all feel about gentle parenting? I want to go first.
Okay.
Fuck gentle parenting. I think it's fucking stupid as fuck. I think it's important to value your children's feelings, yes. Right? Let them know that your feelings are valid. I care about your feelings, your opinions, your thoughts, well, your choices, yes. But not to the level where you become disrespectful to me. Not to the level where you're embarrassing me when we go out. And not to the level where you're going to grow up in society and think that everybody's going to be fucking serving everything you want to you on a platter.
Right.
So yes, I feel like find the balance of respecting your child and honoring their feelings, but also you gotta let motherfuckers know who's boss.
Right.
I feel like from animal to child, I can tell my doggy, come here, girl, come sit down next to me. You know, oh, that's a bad example. I might say,
are you talking to your child?
Right? I may tell my dog to sit. She might just be playing around. But when I raise my voice and let her know what the fuck I'm saying, she'll do it. Same thing with my kids. Hey guys, make sure you guys clean up after yourself when you're done eating. Hey guys, don't forget what I said. That you left your food on the table. Make sure you clean it up. That a third time, I'm Godzilla out this mug because I done already said it. So what's distracting you so much that you are forgetting to show consideration and respect?
That's why I gotta be angry for you
Right.
to do something.
Raise my voice.
They don't listen until you start
raise your
getting
voice.
boxed. Yeah.
But I think when people think gentle parenting, they also think like you don't put your hands on your kids, right? So it's like, no, but gentle parenting, I mean, you know, is what you just described, where it's just like, no, don't do that. No, okay, stop. No, but I'm like in your face.
Yeah.
Like I don't beat my kids. My daughters, I spanked them once. Ages, my youngest is 14. She just turned 14 last week, and then I have my daughter who's turning 16 next month, and then a 19-year-old, my 19-year-old son. So my daughters, I only spanked them one time. They went in and got like a bottle of vitamins and ate them all, and I thought they were gonna die.
Oh, and so let me whip your ass one time before you go.
One time before you go, right? No, I called the number at the bottom of the jar, like in the event that there's an overdose, and I called and I'm like, I think my kids are poisoned. It was like, it has no iron. I read everything. Okay. And it was like, it has no iron, so don't worry about it. The worst that can happen is they're just gonna be really hype. Okay. You know, so just tell them to go to sleep. She was like, but if it did have iron, Mom, it would have been a situation, you know, because that's something that you hope that the body can like break down and you don't lose your children because of the amount of vitamins that they took. It was the one that has like a teddy bear on it, and I got it because my daughter's allergic to shellfish, so it's like no shellfish, no nuts, but then it had no iron in it, which is great for me. So, you know, they got a spanking for that because I had to teach them, don't go into the medicine cabinet and just take, you know, without.
They didn't have the child-proof little situation.
No, you should have sued them. Right. Oh, okay. If she was big enough, she'd push twist.
Yes. Now my son, unfortunately, we put in some work with that one. You know, for like the first.
And he's your youngest, you said?
He's the oldest.
Oh, okay.
The first 8 years, you know, I put in some work, you know, but when I look back, it's like, okay, I love our relationship where I can sit down and be like, look, what's that about? And he can tell me, we have a conversation. I'm like, well, you think you deserve, what type of punishment you think you deserve? You know, like I could take this, I could take that, but I realized like my kids, I don't have to touch them for them to get it. And they will break down emotionally just knowing mommy is disappointed. Like sometimes just not talking to them or just not dealing with them and that and your energy shifts. They're so tender. It's like, yo, mom, I'm sorry. Mom, I love you. Mom, I never do it again.
I think they forget we have feelings. Whether the feeling is, you're getting on my nerves right now. Whether the feeling is, you're making me sad because you're not listening to me. Like they forget that we have feelings.
And then simply just saying that, I do feel like could let them be like that because I patient parent too. But you have to know what kind of kids you have. Like you can have a kid that's like, you know, not patient parentable, and you have to not be one, but then you can have one who is, and you're like, okay. So it's like I can just talk to her. You know, Auburn. I have a 7-year-old, and she's just like, you know, she loves me. She's under me all the time, and she doesn't get in trouble. She's not bad at all. But I probably do 70% gentle parenting. But like when I'm frustrated, when I repeat myself 20 times, then it's like, okay, I'll pop you. I'll just, you're gonna get popped. And she'll be like, you know, just straighten up. I'm like, well, I'm really frustrated. I'm disappointed. You hurt my feelings. And she's like walking back and forth in the bedroom door, like, mommy, like, you know, you made me mad.
She's your only baby.
My only child.
So it's like all of her energy and attention is going on you all the time.
And you know, just made me mad. So go please have a seat. My little stern mommy voice. So if you know you can like a gentle parent them, then I think you can. But if you cannot, please don't.
I agree with you though, because like you said, it depends on the child. It depends on the temperament of the child. Some children are very sensitive when they can feel that and understand that, and they might like that. Oh, you make me feel mature when you ask me my opinion, or you make me feel mature when you let me choose what we're gonna have for dinner tonight, instead of saying you ate what the fuck I cooked. We didn't have no gentle parenting growing up. You ate what your mama cooked, and that was it. But I feel like an extension of this question is, do you feel like gentle parenting is like affecting the kind of the generation that's coming up? So I will say, with my daughter, I was not a gentle parent. With my daughter, I feel like she got it probably more than my sons, because she was my first kid. I was impatient. I ended up being a single mom. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so what I'm saying is, I feel like even being a teacher, right? I told you I taught for like 10 years.
Oh no! Wow.
No, girl, I did a lot of shit. I used to be a prostitute and everything. No, I'm joking. But I just feel like seeing the kind of kids that are coming up in the world, something is missing. So not all of them. A lot of these kids now, like, they're so disrespectful. They have no filter. Remember, we used to be taught, help your elders, respect your elders. Oh, if you see an old person coming with bags, what are you supposed to do? Help them, hold the door for them. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like something is missing. I don't know, we're more hustling now where we don't have the time to focus, but.
Something that I'm not getting as well is ACS, right? That's what it's called? When they call it.
Yeah, I guess different states have different acronyms. Okay. But we know what you mean. Child Protective Services type shit.
CPS. Right. Basically, the kids are they call CPS on their parents now so quick. So quickly. When did this start happening?
Because they're soft.
But how and when? Are they teaching it in the schools? Like, hey, if your mom beat your ass, make sure you're calling CPS.
Social media. We didn't have social media. We didn't have influence. It's a lot of influence online. So my kids sometimes, like, I'll send my daughter meme. She's like, I saw it already. And I'm like, well, dog,
okay, pretend.
You know what I'm saying? Pretend, right? Yeah, so they are, and then they're online more than we are. Like, I think I'm online a lot, but they're really on social media heavily. But what I think is the internet is raising our children. So, and then because we're hustlers and we're out, like, the economy is all messed up, right? You can't, and if you're living in Jersey or some parts of the world, you can't just live off one income. And if you're single, you're working 2, 3, 4 jobs, or you're online trying to, you know,
sell the feet pics.
Whatever you can do just to get by. And unfortunately, it's not like working a 9 to 5 like our parents did with them. When they came home, they cooked, they cleaned, they did homework, they made sure you went to bed, and then they had some alone time.
That's what your parents did?
Well, I mean, I'm just saying.
She had a good life.
Okay.
I think that's really what it is. It's just our free time. our free time as parents, we're not sitting down in the living room watching TV with the kids, and we see what they're watching because we're watching it. My mom would be like, close your eyes if there was a sex scene, and I had to close my eyes. My mom controlled what I watched. Right? Yeah, you put the sheet. I opened the sheet because I could still see through it. But, you know, if there was a sex scene, you covered it. If there was too much cursing, my mom changed the channel. Whereas now online, I'm looking at the ads while my kid is trying to edit a photo, and the ad is showing 2 cartoons making out. So we can't keep everything from them. So with that being said, their opinions are kind of formed from a lot of what society is kind of conditioned our children to think and feel and become. So what I think is what I'm doing with my children that I didn't have, you know, I didn't have that privilege, I didn't have the benefit, is understanding emotional intelligence. Because the more I'm able to sit down and talk to my children and say, how do you feel? Why did you respond to me in that way? And then they tell me like, well, Mom, like, you're not always right. And you did this, and because you did that, I responded in this way. And it's like, okay, babe, let's talk about it.
I love that.
As opposed to when I was younger, you just got beat.
That's it.
Right?
I'm the mother. That's what mother said. I'm the mother.
Right. And you knew your mother, like, now that I'm an adult and I'm older, now I'm like, okay, I knew what that meant when my mom, after she beat me, she called me in to have cake. You felt bad. And couldn't say, I might have taken it too far. When I pulled out that tennis racket and beat you with it. Or took the rod off the curtain and beat you with it. It was too far. And today, that would be child abuse. But back then, that was just discipline.
Your mom offered you cake?
My
mom beat me with a stick. She ain't do nothing. I'm about to call you. Okay. And I was on punishment for her mom.
Damn.
But this is, I think I was 12, and I was hanging with 2 girls that I know they was already wild. I hung out with them, and I literally was like 2 blocks away, and I was at the girls' aunt's house. We were all there. They invited mad boys over there. It probably had to be like 2 other girls.
How old was them girls?
I had to be like 12 and 13.
They was age. Oh, they family was just more relaxed, like let them have.
They
boy
weren't
company.
there.
Oh,
they weren't there. So it was like mad boys. And it was this older boy that was in there. His name was Tony, and I had a crush on him. He was 18.
Oh no,
illegal. He was 18.
Illegal. Tony, you shouldn't have been coming to no party with no 12-year-old girls.
Well, they don't be, because I'd have a talk with my son who was 19.
This is facts.
I
always
son,
had a conversation.
When he turned 18 in January, he was still in high school. I said, don't be messing with them freshmen. And he don't understand why. We all in school. I'm like, don't mess with them freshmen, and some of them might have been skipped. So they not 14, they probably 12, 13. Listen.
Yes.
And these girls are wearing makeup, so that 12-year-old look like she's 16, 16 to 18.
I was looking 12, y'all. I was looking 12 and broken, homeless.
Oh, God.
I looked a fucking mess.
Oh.
But I was like, oh my God, Tony's here. But he was trying to have sex. He was like, you want to go upstairs? But I didn't want to look.
Sicko.
And I just felt like all the attention was on me. And I was like, well, we don't have a condom, so I'm not going up there.
Yeah.
I'm a full-blown virgin, just talking shit. He was like, I could get one. I was like, oh no, that's okay.
Because he is pissing me off.
Right. Yeah, but you're not
18.
thinking, right? But I'm not thinking that now as an adult. I'm like, oh, nigga,
yeah, that's
18.
weird.
Right.
At least he liked you too.
Oh my God, that's in my head. In my head, I was like, oh my God, he loved me. But we didn't do anything. I was like, no, I'm good. My stomach hurts. Some shit I said, whatever. And then I started talking to somebody that was in the kitchen. But then my stepfather at the time, because how many stepdads did I have?
Yeah, 19.
Oh my God.
At the time.
Yeah,
I think her aunt pulled up or something, and everybody ran out.
Shit.
And as I was like trying to walk out, I saw my stepdad, and he was like, your mother is looking for you, and she's upset. And I think it had to be like 10 o'clock. So it was very late. I was supposed to be in the house by like 7 o'clock or some shit. And I kept looking at the sign like, oh my God, I'm going to get in trouble. But then they're going to make fun of me.
Yeah.
I believe.
I got to the front of the door. My mom was just sitting there, right? I was scared as fuck. Her face was like stone cold. She was like, go to your room. And she came in there and she had this big ass, it wasn't no switch. This shit was like a log. Yes.
She had a log.
And she beat the shit out of me. I think that was the first and only time I got like
a real whooping.
I apologize. I had whelps and shit.
Wow.
And then my next door neighbor was like, "Yeah, we heard you crying." Aww. And then they was making fun of me. They was like, "Yeah," you was like, "Mama, no, Mama, no." Like
that is not funny.
Shut the fuck up. Because I took it like a G. I was crying quietly.
What's Nicki Parker daughter name? One of the Parkers. Kim Parker.
Yes.
Mama, no. That is I don't even know why.
They was like, you was like, "Mama, no." I was like, "No, I wasn't. I don't even call my mother mama." But anyway, I say all that to say, she didn't ask if I wanted fucking cake.
No cake.
Yeah. And I was on punishment for a month. She was scared, and I get it.
Tell her she owe you some cake. Okay. Now you owe her some cake.
I scared my mom one
My
time.
feelings is hurt.
Why?
Because she got hit by a truck, right?
Wait a minute.
This
This
is the same time.
Did I tell you? I know
Wait. That's why she like, this log ain't gonna hurt her.
Okay, this story is mad quick. So basically, my grandfather got me this bike, and my grandfather said, "Don't let nobody ride your bike. Nobody, not even your mother." And he said that out his mouth. So I was like, "Okay, Grandpa," right? Had the bike for like a few weeks, and I didn't know she took my fucking bike, right? And she came back home, right? She had like her cast and she had her crutches, and I looked at her and said, "Where's my bike?"
Oh my gosh.
I'm not thinking in my head. You know, I'm just thinking about my bike. I really hurt her feelings.
Didn't even ask her.
I apologized to her like a couple years ago. Like, Ma, I remember
but you
that.
was young though.
Back
So
it
it's not
up.
like
So
you.
your grandfather got your bike.
My grandfather got
Your mother said, "Don't let nobody ride your bike."
Not even your mother.
So your mother took the bike. She
got
the truck.
Why would you get hit by a truck on my bike?
Why would you? Like she did it on purpose. Like why would you go and do that?
So she gets by a truck, she comes home, and the only thing you can say is, "Where's
my bike?" Yes.
That my grandfather said you weren't supposed to ride anyway.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And my grandfather ain't give me another fucking bike.
Because he told you not to let nobody ride it.
Exactly. Like, did you put your glasses on? How the fuck you get hit by the truck?
Crazy.
We need to
We're
get
gonna
no
write
money
this
out
down,
here.
okay? Tiffany's grandfather, you owe her a bike, and Tiffany's mom, she wants some cake.
Grandpa's in heaven. Grandpa.
Okay.
He probably like,
you
I
gonna have
fucking
one
told
just
your
pop
ass.
up, okay?
Yeah.
Anyway, that's the end of my
That's
story.
emotional intelligence though.
Emotional
Even though I
intelligence.
felt bad for you, like I was gonna give you some motivational speaking or something. Like I had something to say, but
She probably was like, "Yeah, bitch. Remember when you didn't care? I got hit by that truck."
that's what I'm saying.
That's what it was.
Oh my God.
What would you consider abuse that you didn't consider
That.
before that?
That is abuse. Yeah, I never got.
So like getting whipped with an object?
Yeah, like I didn't get beat a lot, but then like my mother's Caribbean, and I remember I got beat on my birthday, okay, for something I didn't even do, and it was so like wild. Like my babysitter's son, I was like with them, they were taking me home, right? When he was playing games, he was like, "Can you make your nostrils flare?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I can." So he was like, "Let me see," and kiss me, right? So that
How old was he?
He was old. He was like 14.
It was
I was
Tony.
like 7.
Oh hell no! What's going on?
It was Tony.
No, he was like 14. I was like 7. And it was like my 7th birthday. And then the mom turned around and seen us. And she's like, "Oh, your daughter being fresh, your daughter kissing boys." I was like, "No, I wasn't. Like, he just kissed me." So I go upstairs and she had the ashtray holder. Remember? Like, there's a piece of wood. The incense holder with the wood. And she like was like, "Stick out your hands." And she was like, "Pow," like back and forth. "Pow, don't kiss no boys." And I was like, she's like, "Go to your room." Not even 5 minutes. She was like, "Come back in the living room." I come back. She wheels out this purple bike with like little ribbons like "Happy Birthday." I didn't even know it was my birthday. I didn't even know it was my birthday. So I'm like, what? Did you're beat? Am I in trouble? I'm not. Like, we celebrating or not? So yeah, that
was the only time you got a whipping? Like a pop?
No, I just got hit with an extension cord.
What you do?
What did I do? I don't really know. I don't remember what I did. I never did it though. I never did it.
None of the stuff?
I never did it.
She is lying. She did mad shit. She's like, "Nah, I never did anything."
No, I think I was like, I wanted attention because I was the only child.
Okay.
And I had like a little fever. And the fever was gone. And you remember the glass thermometer? Okay, now I remember what I did. I put it on the fire. Because I wanted it to go up because I wanted more attention and soup and stuff. And she was like, "What happened?" I said, "A rat bit it."
Oh, because it broke.
It broke. The thermometer broke. I was like, "Yeah, I was on the counter and then the rat bit it." She was like, "Desiree, the rat bit it." And I was like, "Yeah." And then I got hit. I got beat. I remember.
I think I got like
that was abuse though. I don't care.
I think abuse.
Popping your hands?
With a non-poppable object? An incense holder?
That's lightweight.
Yeah, everything. Anything she
Compared
could
to
grab
what?
My mom
Belts?
grabbed everything.
Belts is okay.
Abuse is
You
when
rather
you
a
get
belt?
hit in your face. Or like for me, if my mom hit me with any object in my legs, my hands, If I got like anything on my arms, these are areas of your body that you're used to being targeted. Like it's always your legs, your butt, your arms. But if I got hit in my face, my stomach, my back, then it's like
because they're major organs.
So for me, it was just like even if I saw my cousin, I remember my cousin got slapped in the face, and I was just like, that's just disturbing. If I see someone in public and you're spanking your child, it's cool. Anything in the hand is cool. But if you hit them in the back or stomach,
so it's not
face,
with
like,
what it's like where at.
For me, in my opinion, it's not so much the object. It's more so like
how you hit.
Because you could cause damage.
Yeah, and then it's just personal. Like, why are you hitting a child
in their face,
the face, the stomach, the back, like the arms, the legs, hands? But okay.
So 2 things I learned from you guys. One, I had to talk with my boys about how to treat young women. My son has a little girlfriend. He's crazy about her. But I was like, if you're doing something with your girlfriend, how do you show that you're a gentleman? What's some nice things you could do? And, basically hinted into, putting her on the inside of the sidewalk, open the door for her. I said, if y'all going on a date, what happened? He's like, I pay. First of all, you ain't got the money, girl. Relax. You so confident about it. I'm like, yeah. I said, what if she wants to pay for you sometime? He's like, no, I ain't doing that. I said, well, that will happen. You're a lady. If y'all are together and she cares about you, she's going to want to make you feel special sometimes. So I shared that. And this one, my boys was doing something to pee me off. And she was like, girl, get them some fucking cans of sweet potatoes and make them put their arms out like
this. Yeah.
And I did that one night. And them boys was sweat. I didn't even have to put my hands on them. They squatted. They got into a squat position, not against the wall, in the middle of the room with cans. And they was shaking, sweating.
No.
I was like, this is great. And I just watching my show. And they learned the lesson. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know where I got that from because I was like, I'm not going to hit my kid.
Yeah.
I mean, I did hit them a couple times, but you don't have to hit them all the time. So what I do, you get 2 cans out the cabinet, you have them standing straight, just like this, for however long. So I'll do like maybe 10 minutes. The longest I did is like maybe 20, but they really did some shit. And they were like, Mom!
Why? Because if they drop it, what's the discipline?
You got a minute, another minute. Drop it, see what happens. It's very hard.
That's going viral right
I don't think I did 20 minutes. That's long.
The guy, the way he disciplined his son, he got to do, tell me what
yes.
True hell jump.
I didn't watch it, but I scrolled by it.
I was like, that's a good idea. Like,
was his son like upset about it?
No, he was upset. They had to
One thing I don't know if I support is recording. I think that can be a form of abuse.
Yeah.
Because if you're going to discipline your child, discipline your child.
Right.
But you don't have to blast them for the world because the internet lives on and on and on and on.
And
And
they got to
on.
go back to school the next day.
Right. I think it all started one time where this man like gave his son a really bad haircut for getting bad grades in school. That was like one of the first videos that went. So not only did he have to publicly go out like that, but now the whole internet has to see and laugh at him. I think that's abuse.
That's bullying. Yeah, that's just a form of bullying and abuse. I get it. I agree.
I punched my kids in the chest.
I did that to my son.
I did that to my son.
But not like in a like, because CPS, if you're watching, this is all lies.
They're
blasphemy.
like adults now. It doesn't even fucking matter.
Come and get me. None of it's true. But no, just a little pop. Because who you talking to?
Who you talking
like,
to?
why you not being respectful? You know what I'm saying?
I think that's why my son is in the gym now lifting weights because he's like, my mom, she can never.
Oh my God.
Not like he can fight me.
Yeah.
I'm good.
But nah, you gotta whatever you gotta do as a parent, like we all said, whatever type of child you have, whatever you learned from when you were growing up, you gotta do what works best for you and yours. No child in the world deserves to be abused.
No, not at
but
all.
But discipline comes in different forms. Whether it's a punishment, taking away their electronics, or you can hurt them hard. You take away them tablets and them phones.
Yeah.
What?
It depends on the kid.
Really?
Because I've done that, and she would be like, "Okay, well, what do you want to do, Mom?" Like, it's like, dang, do you want your tablet back so you can be alone? Like, who am I punishing, me or you? Because girl, somebody come on, what do you want to do? Yeah, like, want to paint nails, want to draw, and I'm like, okay, go ahead, get your tablet. Go ahead.
I made my boys a list for when I did take away their devices, and then they get on that. Like just pacing around you and huffing and puffing.
Right.
I made a list where it says, I'm bored, and this is your daily chore list. Self-care. Take a shower, brush your hair. See if the dog needs something. Is your room clean?
That a chore?
How's your what?
Taking a shower, brushing.
No, not even that it's a chore.
Kids, yes.
But it gives you something to do instead of you're bored. Go love on yourself, because I feel like my boys be ready to come out the house looking like who did it and ran. They do not care. I'm like, you want to have a girlfriend? Did you wash under your arms? Did you take a shower? Are you being a good boy in school and raising your hand and answering questions? Because you can't expect the girls to like you if you looking like you don't even like yourself. You ain't got to be in the mirror all day because I don't like that for no man at all. But brush your hair. Put some deodorant on and put some
hygiene, but he could care less what he looks like as far as the clothes, which is crazy.
Yeah.
But that's most of the kids I'm learning.
You say he could kill you with
They
heat?
don't really care about the
What he
fashion
put
part.
on.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
he got Air Forces that are dirty. Just I'm like,
pisses
and
me
it's been
off.
wearing it for years. I'm like, you don't want to get new sneakers? Nah, I'm good.
That's a black thing though, y'all.
What you mean?
Our
like
obsession
it.
with footwear is a black thing.
It is.
That's only we care about that so much. I'm to the point where, and I still got that blackness anywhere. I'm like, damn, these forces is like a staple in our community where it's a fashion shoe.
Right.
Once it gets creased or a little bit of dirt on, we like, but we waste so much money like
That's
that.
the symbolism. Because like I go to New York a lot, so it's like every walk of life in New York, and it's like, you know, the people who don't have like the nicest, cleanest shoes, like the creases, little ashy, little peeling off, they probably have the most money in the car.
But did they start off? My thing is like what is it Jay-Z? Jay-Z with the hair, right? Jay-Z can do that now
Because
Jay-Z,
he has money?
Because he has money. So it's like, son, until you get to that point, at least look presentable. Because when people see you, they're gonna automatically be like, bum, or I can't take you seriously. You're not going to an interview looking a certain way. Wait until you get to that level where it's like I could just be free and wear whatever, do whatever.
Not
because
get rich and be
I got
raggedy.
money. I'm just saying, because it's the case. A lot of people that are wealthy, they're wearing
stuck.
their clothes smell like it's been in the attic forever.
They don't really
Because they're
care.
minimalists. They practice more on saving money.
Yes,
we don't.
yes,
we
no.
we quick to drop another $85, $100,
So we can
$110
look
on
like
sneakers just
we
to
got
look like-
money.
You might not be shit. You
Right.
might be dumb as a doorknob, ain't got no job.
I'm going to get sneakers right
But I've
after
been
this.
fooled. I walked in a room and somebody looked like money, and I'm like, I'm talking to him.
And it could all be a facade, right? How many times have we met people with fake jewelry on? I know plenty of people that go buy fake designer, and but they go in the wrong rooms and people can't spot none of the difference.
Right.
Because all they see is the label, all they see is the brand.
But to the room, they're the most valuable piece, and they
ain't got nothing in the bank.
opportunities. They don't have to chase it. So
Yeah.
my son, I'm like, son, like, please.
I think with image, especially for us, we're lucky. Like as women, we don't have to spend a lot of money to look good. I could spend $10, $20 and feel like $1 million bucks.
Yep.
Okay, I love that for me. I love that for me. I feel like with Forces, that's a shoe you wear when you going out and you put it in a box. Put it up until you're wearing it again. A white Air Force is not a sneaker you're supposed to wear every day because it's a white sneaker and it's gonna get creased up.
They said they could wear like 4 times, and then that's it. Like you wear a shoe, like guys. So this is my 3rd time. That's my last time wearing it. Okay,
That's crazy. That's crazy.
I need one of those.
That's why I be liking to get busy
You got money.
sneakers, like sneakers that got a lot going on. Because that's once they start getting worn, you can't really tell.
Right.
But a Force is just such a plain white shoe that you know. Okay, so enough of this mom shit. Let's talk about Diddy.
Diddy.
What have you guys been seeing in the case?
I can get a sip.
Yeah, take a sip to this. So let me see. Racketeering, right? Cassie's not on trial.
No.
It seems like
stop
that
acting
is
like
what the light is shined on so much, though.
Right.
Cassie.
I think it's just to build his character. They want to show what his character is before they get into the deep shit because it's an 8-week trial.
No, but the way the narrative is going, the focus has been less on him being and more on her. Like, wait, I can't believe she did that. Wait, she consented to that? Like, wait, what? So it's the shock, and then Lauren London name. Like a lot of names are coming up.
Okay,
too.
so let's get into this. So is it from what I think I understand? Lauren and Cassie were friends. But Lauren took the stand in Diddy's defense, or is taking the stand in Diddy's
So
defense.
that part I don't know, but I just
Because I'm trying to understand how her.
Me neither. Is that he was dealing with Lauren while she was with
Lauren
Nipsey
London?
and after. That's what was online.
Yeah, because she's spreading rumors.
Allegedly.
Go ahead.
Because I didn't hear about London.
But search it up, look it
I
up.
didn't hear about London.
I did.
I just recently
I seen the
they
memes
said
about
Michael
her.
B. Jordan's name. Not that he
Michael
did
B.
anything
yeah,
wrong.
Michael came up too.
His name, her name, and I feel like it was another person.
Michelle Williams, Mike Myers, Dallas Austin, Lauren London, Dawn Richards, they all came up.
Yeah.
They just
What
came up.
Michelle
They just
did?
came
I
up.
think
Michelle.
Which
I did
Michelle
see,
Williams?
Dawn is I think she took the stand. Dawn from what do they call
Not
her?
Danity Kane.
Danity
Dirty Money.
Damage. What are they called?
Danity Kane or Dirty Money? One of
Danity
those two.
Kane.
Yeah.
Danny Kane
The
and
girl?
Dirty Money. She was in
in
both.
Oh,
She
okay.
was. Yeah, she took the stand.
But
too.
she been speaking up, I feel like, on
about-
social media, speaking up about what she was witnessing and what she
really?
experienced. Even old girl
She
from
did
Making the
talk.
Band and light skinned girl was like, he grabbed her butt. Remember Making the Band when they made them
light-skinned
walk to
the first
Brooklyn?
group, the one that went to get the cheesecake or
Yeah,
something like
she
that?
said he grabbed her butt.
So these are all against him.
Yeah.
Well, the one I saw, like a Muppet. The one I saw for Cassie was, first it was like, oh, Cassie, you know, I feel bad for her. She was an abuser. Like, the video came out. She's getting beat up. Now everything's coming out, and it's looking like, oh, now she was with it. I don't feel like she was with it at any point. With it. I feel like they were together for like 20 years. And I feel like once you, and then she was saying
allegedly.
sometimes.
They just be
allegedly.
lying.
But sometimes. I feel like she was like, oh, when I would say no, I was afraid what my no could mean. Mm-hmm. So if like you keep saying no, you're getting beat up, like you're gonna keep saying yes, or like look like, you know, if you love somebody, you wanna do what they wanna do. Maybe like just a lifestyle you're used to. So I don't think at any point she was like, you know, with it. Like you could have been brainwashed into thinking this is something that you wanted, because she was young, in my opinion. Like
she
you
was
don't know,
19 when they first.
Right, you don't know who you truly are.
One thing that I did, I'm not even gonna speak on it. It was one thing that I did that I didn't like it at first.
Okay.
I didn't like it at first, but the more I kept doing it, it's one thing when you do something at first, it's just like, this is uncomfortable, this is awkward, this
like
isn't
public
me.
speaking.
Yeah, right? It isn't me. But when the more you do it, it's just like, all right, it's not foreign to you. You kind of already know what to expect.
Exactly.
You know how it's going to end, you know how it's going to start, you know what it's going to feel like during.
But were you looking for it, or were you like, if it happens, it's okay?
You expect it. So let's say if it happens every Friday, because of whatever, right? It's just like, okay, it's Friday, right? And it's like, so are we doing what we doing? No? Yeah. Okay, so I'm a step, right? But if it's Friday, it's just like, all right, what we doing? And it's not like, oh my God, it's Friday. It's more like, it's Friday. What's up? What we doing? Because you can condition, I think us as women, when you're into someone, that person can condition you into just being whoever they want you to be. And if you aren't as confident, have low self-esteem, or there's a part of you that's like, I don't know, there's trauma that you're dealing with, and that person kind of caters to that.
It could have been a trauma
bond.
It's
like your medicine to your pain, but the medicine has a lot of side effects. You know, and it's changing who you are, and you don't even realize it until you come out of it, and you're like, I can't believe I did all of that. I can't believe I was with all of that. I can't believe I allowed it to happen for so long.
I think it was a mixture of consensual and abuse. I think it was also obviously a situation where her career was intertwined, where she was making a lot of money, being around a lot of money, being at a lot of industry events.
Did it before, and it's just like, girl, don't worry about it. This is what we all did.
And he was putting her music out.
So
paying her.
Then they say a lot of people kind of went through that same process in a sense and experienced the same that she did. So if you're in a community of people that they're supporting it, saying, hey, listen, don't worry about it, be over soon. And look at me, look where I'm at. Then it's just like, that's the price you pay. All right, well, look, if everybody did it and everybody's successful,
why not?
Right. Let me not be, you know what I'm saying? Let me not be a punk.
And
just
apparently,
like what you said with the guy that wanted to have sex with you. And it was just like, well, I don't want nobody to look at me. We care so much about
the image.
Yeah, the image.
Shit. And we care about image as broke motherfuckers. If there's millions on the table, you might be like, fuck that image. I don't know. And then apparently she was, she admitted that she was hurt when he said that Kim Porter was her. Apparently, she admitted that she was hurt when Diddy said that Kim Porter was his soulmate. Yes. And then she was like, well, what was all those years?
She said she was jealous.
That's sad.
Not of just Kim, but just any other woman. She didn't want anybody to take her place.
Because you know what? She could have also been doing all of that just to win him over, to make him see her as the light and the main part of his life. But it's like, and some women go through that.
I think
I'm doing so much. I'm changing the way I dress. I'm changing the shit I like. I don't even like doing this shit, but I'm gonna do it because I love you that much and I want you to love me the same. Right. So to hear you say that this other person is your soulmate, it's like, what am I here for?
Well, I got a wig on right now because somebody that I was into was like, I like you with hair. I was like,
girl, we be doing it.
I showed an old wig. I saw with a wig on like years ago. He was like, oh, I like you with hair. I was like, oh.
Yes.
Right.
Girl, you ain't never lied, baby.
So we do it all the time. And that's why it's okay to own it. It's okay to say it. You know, like we sometimes do what we can to, if we're in love with somebody and it's reciprocated, how else can I please you? How else can I keep your attention?
But she wasn't choosing to do it. Wasn't he telling her what to do? Like
sometimes
cut your
she
hair?
was with it.
Yeah,
sometimes. Like changing her own appearance and doing stuff?
She changed her appearance. Even when she was dating Kid Cudi, she still was setting off freak offs to be with Diddy. She was emailing him stuff. She would start stuff too. So it wasn't always just Diddy like, okay, we about to do this. She'll send it like, yo, I want to fuck. And sometimes it be like that. And she probably was feeling good. So sometimes you're feeling good.
And they were on drugs for days. Remember that? Like they had IVs, they had massages. They would, like
she said
he
she
would
was
give
4
them
days was
for
the
days,
longest.
so they couldn't get sleepy. They was on a lot of drugs to be up and like having freak offs like 3 consecutive days.
Oh, that's a lot.
That's what came out.
4 was the most.
That's a lot.
Allegedly.
No, that's a fact. She said it.
Oh, okay.
She said 4 days was the longest day.
She said she was constantly getting UTIs too. That's sad because that's my health.
In her
Constantly
tongue.
getting UTIs.
Oh wow.
And bumps on her tongue.
The rooter and then going to the tutor.
And back to the rooter tutor.
As soon as I feel you touch the rooter, I'm like, hey, don't be switching now. You better stay back there.
Right.
You could be fresh out the shower. Germs, bacteria.
And know that fucking baby oil, they swimming in the motherfucking baby oil, then we fucking in the ass.
That's sad. That's really
Why
sad.
you want to be extra slippery? It's hot as fuck. First of all, it's hot as fuck. That's pissing me off. I'm thinking about sweating right now.
Your face. You got baby all over your face and your hair and stuff. Ew.
That's disgusting.
But I know what you mean, Queen, because I always, they'll tell you, I always talk about cutting my hair off. I always say, I want to cut my hair, But then I'll be thinking about, is he going to like it if I cut my hair? Like, what if, do guys like women with short hair? You know what I'm saying? So I know what you mean. I'm so glad, but so many parts of me get to the point where I just don't give a fuck anymore. And I want to do guys do that for us. Like, do they be like changing their appearance or being like, oh, she like locks, I'm gonna get some locks. Or she like bodybuilding men, I'm gonna take care of myself.
They do.
Do
If
it.
they really like you, if they really like you,
I
they
think
would.
even if they like you when they're in a relationship with you, that's different. I don't think they will. When they don't have you, like it's an ex that wants you back, they're gonna do any and everything to get your attention. So I experienced it recently, where it's like, where if they really want to be with you and they know these are the things that interest you that they weren't doing before, now they're doing it. And it's like if you had if you complained about maybe they're drinking, all of a sudden it's like they're not drinking for a whole week and then they're going to tell you about it every time, or I'm in the house early, you know, and they try to, there's ways to get you back. So they do it differently. They do it to get you back. And then once they have you, they go back to the old ways. Whereas we just do it around the clock. Like we just want,
we're so stupid.
I'm gonna give some men a credit, cause my man. I like his haircut, his beard cut a certain fucking way. And I remember he cut that shit, and I was like, ew.
Oh my God, that's so
But then
mean.
I know.
He grew it back.
Then he grew it back. First of all, he got that shit yesterday. I was like, you look fine as fuck. You look fine as fuck.
He gonna be playing this shit on repeat.
Yes, repeat. Calm the fuck down. He couldn't wait. But I tell him.
Right.
And when he gets his hair cut a certain way or his beard cut a certain way, he'll look for my attention. Until I say something.
Yeah.
I think that is.
that's
I think
just
that
with
is.
their hair, and you got to compliment. When your man get a haircut, you got to be like, look
Yeah,
at you.
yeah.
Or when they put on like a cologne.
A certain cologne. Yeah.
Ooh, I love a man who smells good.
Their haircut. And what else could we say about them that they like?
They're sex.
They kind of stroke their
Ego.
Oh,
Ego.
baby, you put me to sleep last
Just
night.
lie.
I was knocked out. Like sometimes you got to fake after it's over.
Yeah.
Like, pretend to be asleep.
Nah, bitch, I pick that phone up like,
Let me act like I'm asleep.
on Instagram.
No, so you can't.
Not while you having sex.
No, not after, right after sex. Do not touch your phone. You gotta be like, oh my God, I'm tired. Could you go give me some water? Oh my God, give me a rag. Could you clean? I'm like, I can't even.
And
move.
we are
I
not
can't get
faking.
out of bed.
This is all alleged, okay? We really are tired, okay? We're tired, and we really, yes, and we're so thirsty.
And that's why look. Sometimes I enjoy it, and we get into nasty.
No, get nasty.
Okay. Sometimes I enjoy it, and I really just want to just lay there and take it. I don't want to be like, Sometimes I just want to.
You want to be quiet.
Sometimes I really just want to be quiet.
Okay.
I want to just lay there.
So why don't you be quiet?
That's not gonna motivate them.
They communicate.
Yeah,
They
that's
need
not
to
going.
know I'm doing all right.
Right.
It's like you gotta coach them through it. Like
They can feel that they're doing all right.
Yes.
Because if it don't feel good, I'm quiet.
Yeah, I just want to lay there. I want to lay like this on the side and just.
Even if it feel good.
Like real quick.
Because you're not getting a massage at the Chinese parlor like, oh yeah. You're not doing that. You're laying there relaxing.
And you fall
so get
asleep.
your internal massage, sis, and just lay
That's
there.
what I'm saying. I just want an internal massage and fall asleep when I'm snoring.
I think you should try it.
You can fall asleep.
Why?
Fall asleep. Once you tell them that you're safe at that point, and you have to be this like tapping into your feminine energy as much as possible. You tell them that they're safe. They start to open up to you more, and it's like, yeah, look, this is what's going on, and then don't judge them. Like just listen, and then don't look for a way to say, well, you should have did this differently. It's more so like, well, how would you have
That
wanted
part.
it to
That part.
end, or how did you expect it to go? Even though you're like, he's wrong, just think, like, just ask him those type
That's
of
so
questions.
fucked up too, though.
Because he's not doing it.
I like this, just being a safe space for a man and just allowing him to literally be like naked and vulnerable with you with everything. But at the same time, here we go again talking about everything we do.
And there's no men sitting around trying to figure out how to be a safe space for us.
And this is a
Because
beautiful
they
thing,
can't,
though. It's a great thing.
They can.
They can't, but men are just so. I think because I have a son and I know what he's going to have to go through. My son has to be strong regardless of what. My son has to pay the bills regardless of what. He has to. You have to survive. And if you impregnate someone, you give someone a family, and you have bodies walking around with blood in their vessels because of you, you are now responsible for them. Your feelings don't matter. Go out there and get it done. Period.
So when a man is wrong, right?
Sorry.
Is there no gentle way to tell him that?
It is, but first, make him feel seen.
Okay.
Make him, like what we want.
Yeah.
They're not used to that. We want that, but we don't give that, right? So the more we make them feel what we want to be felt, make them feel seen, heard, understood, and then say, well, babe, how did you expect it to play out? And then they say that, well, babe, if it played out that way, don't you think it probably would have ended this way?
And his dick goes
then it's
soft
like,
immediately as while you down there.
No. You're not doing this.
Oh, we're done.
No, we're done. No, I'm saying that opens the door for
Look,
those
that's
type
too
of
much conversation
conversations.
during that time.
I'm saying
Okay,
that opens the door for
yeah.
those conversations. Like, for example, the other night, guy I'm talking to, we playing pity bag. We playing a card game, just one-on-one. And we can have those conversations while we're playing. It's just like, yo, listen, I don't like this, I don't like that. But when I'm saying it, it's not so much like, I don't like that when because what happened was we're playing a game and he's on his phone, he took his phone out. And it's like 1 o'clock in the morning, so I'm like,
what are you doing?
So I said, look, I don't like when you pull out your phone during a time like this. I just feel like you're doing something. He's like, oh, no, I'm playing a game. But we're playing a game.
Right. How many games you need to play?
So I was like,
He's addicted to gaming.
Yeah, so I was just like, listen, I was like, I'm gonna tell you what I see, because I don't want you to just feel this energy and have an attitude you don't know why.
Right.
When you're on your phone 1 o'clock in the morning, I think you're talking to somebody else. He's like, oh, babe, don't think that way. Right. So when I'm able
Clear
to
communication.
talk
Right.
and say those things instead of saying,
So it's just a
why
build
you
up.
on your phone and I'm sitting here right here. You know, then it's like, yo, who the and it's an argument. But if I talk like this way, you know, I'm being
Calm and
gentle
healthy
calm
communication.
and it's feminine, he's going to meet me where I'm at. Because why would he come to the table? Why would he address me being aggressive?
But what did Des say? Because Des just said, how can the man be a safe space for a woman? And you immediately went back to a man. No. Our question was, how can a man be a safe space for a woman? What the fuck? Like, can he
They don't know how.
Wait. Can he eat your pussy and be like, how was your day? No.
Don't. Shut up and focus.
Yeah, don't talk to me.
How can he?
You have to
Let the men know what they're going to do.
Okay, so with
How do you want to feel as a woman?
How I want to feel as a woman, and what works for me, and why my relationships, when I get into the relationship, we're like in love first 30 days. Right. And it's because I know I have to be big on communication. I know I have to be the one to sacrifice first. Because men going into relationships, they don't trust us. Period. So they're not trusting us. So I'm going in and I'm like, okay, queen, if you really like this man, you have to figure out a way to get him wide open. And being wide open is this: any opportunity that I get to be intimate, I have to make him feel like I'm going to submit to you and this place is safe. Period.
Nigga, how does he
Now,
get you
now,
wide open?
Now, with doing that,
Yes.
at some point he wants to reciprocate that. He doesn't want to lose you. He doesn't want you to feel like, like, especially if you're not hitting him up for money, you're not asking to be sponsored, like, pay for this, pay for that. He realized, like, wait, hold on, this girl is different. You know, like, after sex, she's rubbing my back. I'm getting a massage. I didn't ask for it. You know, when we wake up in the morning, I get breakfast. I didn't ask for it. I'm not saying you want to play the role of a wife, but at the same time, if we know the problem is men don't know how to create these safe spaces for us. We know men don't trust us. We know men dog us. Can we do something a little different than what they expect? Can we play mommy? Because I'm mommy.
Queen, I'm about to troll you.
Now let me tell you.
Yes.
And now what am I getting right now? I'm getting the respect I need. When I say, yo, I don't like this, automatically, everything's now on do not disturb. Like, he'll pick up the phone and be like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's just like, it's your child. You're talking about your dog and your child. You got to do the same thing with your men. It's kind of like raising them and molding them and shaping them all over again, especially if they didn't have a mother in their life to love on them, or the only images they have of women is, women dogging men, or if their mom had multiple men in their lives, that's what they see and they expect that of us. So if you want to be different, you have to show them something different. Make them feel safe. It's like if you adopt a child, that child's coming in like, you're probably going to be another person that's going to kick me out again. I don't have another parent. What am I going to do to make you feel like, yo, you are safe here? I probably got to put in more work. And then at some point,
you still work your overtime for this man.
Yourself.
Right.
You're working in every example and I love this though. I love the idea of
I like what I get in
catering and taking care of your man. Because hell yeah, take care of your man. You love him and he doing right by you. Take care of your man without a doubt, without a question. But in a lot of examples you're giving, it just sounds like you're doing all of the work.
In the beginning, it is me. I'll be honest. In the beginning, it is me. But as a result, what are my rewards? At some point, like if I'm the one submitting in the beginning, at some point he does the same. And it's because I'm not online like, look what my man did, and it's just about like, for bragging rights. It's really like, yo, like you're safe here. Like the moment he feels safe, my bills are paid. I don't even have to ask. You're giving me gifts. I didn't even have to ask.
So that could be some kind of men. So I'm not gonna say that's no man. That's some kind of men who need to feel that and to see that first. The trust issues, the wall, the boundaries. I feel like there's men, because I wasn't that good of a, girlfriend. I was young and I got a really great man, and I just didn't know how to treat a man. I was like, working at a young age. I was doing so much. I was responsible. I was like her, I was driving. So it wasn't really the soft energy that a man needed. It wasn't the soft energy he needed. And he was the soft energy for me first. He was the, let me cook for you. He knew I love to eat, okay? Instead of going out with your friends, I'm cooking for you so you can come here. He started drinking, little wine club, whatever I liked, he would like bring to his house so he could like bring me there. So I feel like not every man needs like that firsthand example. Like some men will just go out and be that, and then you can be the one doing in return stuff. So to be a woman's piece, it's like just finding out, studying her, knowing what she wants, what she likes, what she doesn't like, and then like doing those small. He's giving me back massages after sex. Like, so all the opposite reciprocation, some men do first.
I think where you come from and what you've experienced and what you want shapes all of this.
Right.
So you may have seen that firsthand from women in your family, like I take care of my man, and ain't nothing wrong with that. You were on your independent shit. You may not have seen your mother take care of man. He may have said, damn, I never seen this. I want to have this with a woman. So it's like how all of your worlds intertwine and just, finding that balance. But I like to take care of men who takes care of me. We got to take care of each other. I definitely will put that foot forward because I want you to feel special. I want you to feel good. I want you to feel masculine. But you start disappointing me, I'm going to redact my efforts. You know what I'm saying? Because we ain't doing that. We ain't doing no one side.
No, I agree with you on that one. Like me, if I cook a meal right now, and my kids are hungry, he's getting a plate first.
Oh, that's a debatable topic too. Okay, so your man eats first. You cook for your sons and your man. Who eats first?
It doesn't matter. I think I have 2 boys. So I'm making everybody plate
at once, and it's all ready.
So I'll be like, boys, come get your plates. If we're not sitting together, then I'm taking Ty his plate.
Okay. What you
he
think?
does the same for me.
You got your daughter and you got your man. Who's eating first?
My child's eating first.
Okay.
Eating first. Like I understand the respect part of it. I get the head of the household. I get the breadwinner. But this ain't back in the day. I could have bought the meat. I could have went grocery shopping. This could be my coins. It's still like, this is my child. Like I am leading her, so she's the youngest, she's gonna get her plate. Not in a first sense, but if it had to be like choose one, I would give it to her. And
I think that sometimes people read into that so much because we're not in competition. We're a family. You know what I'm saying?
We're all gonna eat.
If I happen to make somebody plate, don't mean F you. You know what I'm saying? But every situation is different. You might have your dude might work overnight or might get off late. So I'm gonna make sure your plate is made to the side. I make my boys 9 and 11. I make they plate. My daughter, she be on different diets and shit. So I let her make her own. She might even want to eat what I cook. But it's never like, I'm not slighting anybody, nor ever trying to intentionally slight anybody. I make sure everybody has something to eat. You might all eat at different times, but sometimes I don't even eat. How about that?
I never eat.
As a mother, have you ever done that shit? Yes. Made sure everybody got something to eat and you might have kept the scraps for yourself or didn't even fucking eat?
Right.
What? That's the silent battles we don't speak about.
Right.
You know?
Sacrifice.
No, but I'll make the plate and have the kids take the plate to dad.
And if I cook the food,
and then come back and
I
get
shouldn't
your
have to
plate
wash
for
the
you.
dishes.
Yeah, my kids will be taking the plate to their dad and then come downstairs and then
It depends.
Whatever
Whatever
works
for
for
your
you.
household.
I throw a third arm and I just serve everyone at one time because I'm a mom.
That's so
That
stupid.
word.
Thank you guys for tuning into this episode of Milfshake. We'll catch y'all on the next one.
Bye.
Milfshake Mafia.